All right, we are live. And that's how it works. I once again have my Killing Off Characters mug, because I fully expect, if the way things went on the Patreon stream yesterday is any indication, I fully expect to die a fair bit. For those of you who weren't on the stream behind the paywall yesterday, I made it through the Misty Mountains. I got through Riddles in the Dark, which was mostly cutscene, which I'm not surprised by, but I'm kind of disappointed that it was mostly cutscene. But I also, like, aside from like multiple choice insult sword fighting style, I don't know how they would have gamified Riddles in the Dark in this particular game. The only really game portion of it was chasing Gollum out at the end, and I couldn't even choose to spare his life. I just made it through. So at some point, that stream is still archived on Patreon, or at some point I'll probably do a highlight reel on the channel. But all that to say, I do now have the One Ring. You wouldn't know it from the inventory, though. Oh, wait. Hold on. There's the One Ring. Now I have it. It wasn't showing up in the inventory when I paused. I don't think it was when I paused during Riddles in the Dark. So the question is, can I equip it? I can. Okay. Now I can stretch myself like butter over too much bread. Now that can be part of the gameplay. I am actually excited about this. So let's see where we go from here. As I get hit by a rock immediately. Okay. Now I can sneak up on wolves. Apparently, the ring fell off when I slid down those rocks. The ring fell off my pudding can. Let me sneak up on the dwarf. Ja, ja, ja. Good gracious, it's Bilbo, alive, and he crept past Balin? He must be a first-class burglar after all. And I got meat. Mr. Baggins has more about him than you guess. Let us make haste, the goblins may pursue us. I know there's no consistency in which voice I'm giving which dwarf, because I don't remember which dwarf is which. They won't doubt Burglar Baggins now. Ring. I'm poisoning myself spiritually. Oh, we got one of those Day of the Tentacles again. But I can't go up. I gotta slide down these rocks, then climb up this vine. Also, I can't put on the ring while I'm hanging onto a vine, which makes sense. What did I get from that? Rocks or coins? Tokens. Okay, 50 tokens for extra life. That's why I'm collecting coins. That makes sense. Because it hasn't been to spend them anywhere. Hobbit formers. Giant wasp. It's all the way up there now. A lot of rock slides this part. Oh. I found some meat. And I always trust meat in a chest. And And I got hit by a rock. The giant bugs are just... And I got rockets I can't reach. Perfect. Slide down the rocks. All rock slides all the time. That's the other side of the Misty Mountains way. Well, I'm guessing by going this way, I'm not going to get to explore whatever's on that side. Unless there's another roundabout way coming up, who knows? Here. Again, these panthers. Ah, I threw a rock at a cat. Is this a dead end or... There we go. There's path. Here. Can you not see me now? But the bugs don't use their sense of sight. The bugs are just sensing me somehow. Ooh. Oh, is this the Great Warg? Is this 15 birds and 5 fir trees? Because you sure aren't letting me get to a fir tree. Wow, this is a brutal boss battle. A brutal battle. I think I killed it. I'm not sure. A path opened up, so I think I killed that particular warg. The goblins have trapped us. Ooh, red wargs. You've left the burglar behind again, Dory. Help, pull me up. Take that, you miserable fiends. Once again, the action sequence that's actually in the book is not gamified because Bilbo is not an active participant in the action. The wolves yammered and gnashed their teeth as the eagles swooped in, rescuing the entire group. I'll write this in my journal. This seems like the time for that, Bilbo. I get that it's the save game mechanic, but well, we're out of the Misty Mountains. Farewell till your arrows receive you at your journey's end. May the wind under your wings bear you where the sun sails and the moon walks. We made it past the mountains. Yes, but soon we will reach Mirkwood Forest. We'll need the Council of Beorn. Not the Council of Elrond, but the Council of Beorn. Another friend? Not yet. He's a skin changer. Sometimes a man, sometimes a bear. Always dangerous. It sounds like an ad for a Beorn energy drink. Sometimes a man, sometimes a bear. Always dangerous. Drink Beorn. I'll have to leave the company when we reach Mirkwood. I wish the eagles had carried us all the way to the lonely mountain. Yeah, you and the rest of the internet. You have thinned out a bit, Mr. Baggins. Gee, thanks. What's in this cave? Rats. Here, if I put the ring on, will the rat not notice me? Nope, the rat still knows exactly where I am. Also, the ring only seems to work for a limited time at a time, which, fair enough as a game mechanic, so you don't just wear it the whole time, I guess. Hard to work into the law, but... yeah, bugs. I cannot... This is interesting grass texture. I feel like usually after the boss battles we get another heart rune, but I guess not this time. This game still isn't as annoying as the actual GameCube version, but it is getting a mite repetitive. Also, I feel like Gandalf should be leading the way to Bjorn. This feels like Mirkwood, except a brighter Mirkwood. A brighter shade of Mirkwood. Oi, you! It's like a little bee. I am just wandering around aimlessly at this point. And even like the Misty Mountains, which was the most aimless part so far, still had like a limited number of ways you could go. So it felt a little more guided. But I'm just like picking a direction until it goes either somewhere or nowhere. That bird turned into 2 legs of meat. Bet you didn't know birds could do that. Okay, the little butterflies, like the little blue bugs, those seem to be like not evil. Those seem to just be visual texture. And that might be true of the little bee as well. Can I hop over here? Nope. I don't remember if I've been down here yet or not. That's where we're at. I'm not quite at consult a walkthrough yet, but I am at, like, if I don't start seeing something new soon. Another day of the tentacle vine. These clearings. It seems to be a dead end. Again, waiting for... I go into one cave and suddenly I lose Gandalf and I have no idea what or where to go after that. He said he'd have to leave us when we get to Mirkwood, but he didn't say he'd have to leave us now. And this was nothing, right? Yeah. Some of these paths, it's hard to tell if they go somewhere or if they go nowhere. Most of the bad guys aren't that hard to kill. They're just annoying if they get to you first. You know, that makes sense. I feel like I've seen some of that footage, but I didn't have time. Like, I couldn't remember when I made the video, and I did not have time to check every trailer and everything before making the video. But that makes sense. This chest will probably have nothing in it this time, because usually the chests that have something big. Yep. I'm going to kill these bluebirds. Bluebird of friendliness, more like bluebird of death. Blue canary in the outlet by the die switch. I think I've seen the video you're talking about a while ago, and I think I consulted that when I was first taking note of what to include in the video a couple years ago, and then I just also took my notes from the commentaries themselves. Yeah, but I remember that. Oh, that looked like a big thing, but it flew all the way over there. Skill rune. Did I not already get that skill rune? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe eat it, kids. Okay, I've been in that cave. I've killed all these guys. And I'll do it again in a heartbeat. Killing the ROUSs. It's a shame there's no Princess Bride, SNES game. I would love that, that side-scrolling aesthetic of, the semi-realistic, like the SNES Batman Returns or what have you. I would love that aesthetic for a Princess Bride game. Okay, I guess it's back in the cave then. Because unless I'm missing something, I don't know where else to go. Do you want to be an ex-parrot? Yeah, which is why it's weird that they leave in the Gandalf coughing while smoking gag. Doesn't quite seem like it would affect a Maiar that way. It's weird enough that they try to play up pipe weed as having any sort of hallucinogenic effects when one of its biggest users seems to be beyond such mortal concerns. Well, I can't get back up there. Have I been down here yet? Yes, I have been down here. Oh, do I have to blow up some rocks? Is that what's going on? I don't remember what rocks that I can blow up look like. Oh, wait. There's a stair here. I didn't even see that. That is extremely obnoxious. Okay, well, here's where Gandalf and the dwarves were, and I lost them. As well. All right, let me glance at a walkthrough. I mean, yeah. The early 2000s had a different relationship with weed than we do now. Okay, I need to go back to that river. Okay, that's what we're doing. Killing all the wildlife I see along the way, because that's what Beorn would want. I don't want to use up my precious elf water yet. I just want to stay afloat. The ROUSs are much tougher than the birds. Okay. No, wait, that was the safe B. That's right. Let me go up here. I've been here already, and I got what was in that cave already. So let me... It's like Shire Juice from the other game we played. Okay, back to the river. Push the large flat-topped rock forward 3 steps, down 5 steps, and over until it falls into the water. I forgot that one of the first things I learned how to do in this game is push things. So push. Okay. And now it's stuck there. Hold on. I got to respawn the screen. At least it resets where it is. There we go. Okay. It helps if you actually remember what abilities you have in the game. Which would help if there were more practical uses for them along the way. How did the dwarves already get over there? Can they just jump farther than hobbits? Because that doesn't sound right. Or did Gandalf toss them all? I like that my sword can reach the slugs. This seems dangerous. Oh, I made it. Nope, can't go that way. And another tree clearing that looks exactly like that other one. And a save slot coming up, which tells me we're getting towards a boss battle, perhaps. So what you're saying is Stitch and Bilbo could bond over that giant red wasp killing experience. It's the giant birds that get me, because so many of them look like they would be like noble fantasy creatures, like phoenixes or something. It's also like, you know, I talked about how in my favorite Hobbit adaptation, it's a big deal for Bilbo when he kills his first spider in Mirkwood. And in this version of the story, by the time he gets there, he's already killed many a creature. Did I kill that rat? It's hard to tell because it's behind a tree. A tree that I can't go behind. This looks like a dead end. But without like a big thing here to warrant taking the dead end. So... I can go up here. Oh, that's a withered tree. Wonder what that's all about. Those vines are the most brutal. I probably should just, you know, stand back and slingshot them, but I don't actually have a butt. That's what I should do. So it takes way more rocks than sword hits to get them, but... What's in... Oh. This seems like a boss. Is this like a watcher in the water, but it's just a watcher in the grass? Here. Let's rocket them. Thunder claps. Can I just escape? Shit, welp. Oh, do I have to kill that? Well, I'm out of thunderclaps. And I'm dead. And I'm here. Is there a safe place to stand? I'm gonna guess no. I guess I just have to keep hitting this and hope it dies before I do. Oh. It seems to have done something. I guess I won. I guess I beat the hive mind of the slug arms. How exactly are you describing this in your journal, Bilbo? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to throw a rock at you, buddy. I wish the eagles had carried us all the way to... Yeah, we know. Why do you go wandering off without the party so often? Because that's how the gameplay works. Do you think I choose this life? Do you think I choose this life? All I have to decide is what to do with the time I am given. We get along well enough without you. Oh, thanks. But sometimes it would be nice to have a burglar handy. Well, it would be nice to have some dwarves handy while I'm fighting off whatever I'm fighting off. I talked about the Chucky house in the episode a few weeks ago because I did that before I did the this one is basically the follow-up for the houses I missed, the houses and shows I missed last time. Those eagles gave me quite a fright. Yeah, well, how about giant slug arms? How would those treat you? Never trust an elf. Why are you bringing this up now? We're on the edge of Bjornsby pastures. We are getting near. You dwarves, wait here. Follow when I call. Come on, Mr. Baggins. Oh, I like this Bjorn design. Who are you and what do you want? I am Gandalf. Never heard of him. And what's this little fellow? That is Mr. Baggins, a hobbit. I have heard of you if you have not heard of me. Well, now I know who you are. What do you want? Help, or at least advice. My friends and I had rather a bad time when we killed the Great Goblin. Mild spoiler, but Chucky was, I think, my favorite house of Horror Nights. What? Tell me more. Tell me about it. Where are your friends? Killed? Eaten? Gone home? I didn't want to bother you with the lot of us. Call them and we can hear your story. Inside around the fire. Okay, so we're skipping the 2x2, but you know, still don't get the full humor of the scene, but still get the gist of the scene. A very good tale. Now we will have some dinner. Yes, please. I am so very hungry. They ate a fine meal while Beorn told them of dangers in Mirkwood Forest. I must leave for the night. You are free to roam my house, but do not leave the safety of these walls while I am away. If you are clever enough to find them, I have a few items that may help you. Not going to be helpful enough to give you items, just if you can find them. Haven't you tired of bothering me? Maybe, I don't know which dwarf you are. Where did you learn to burgle, Mr. Baggins? From the tutorial level, of course. I want to sit in the big chair. I want to climb up the windowsill. I can do none of those things. There are a lot of animals here. Can I get those apples, maybe? Is the dog scared of me? The puppy's scared of me. He saw me killing all those wolves earlier. What's in this room? A library. Bofer and I were wondering, where have you been getting all that food? Well, I kill wasps and they explode, and then there's an apple on the ground. Yeah, I didn't think you'd believe me. Good thing those eagles came along. Yeah, the eagles. What's down here? That seems to be the main exit, and I don't want to go that way. Does it feel a bit drafty in here? Oh, that is probably a clue. Maybe I'm supposed to light the candle? If I can get close enough to the table to do such things? I still have the tinder and flint. But I don't have, like, a way to use it. No one fights like Beorn, gives us frights like Beorn. No one turns to a bear in the night like Beorn. Well, so far I have found nothing doable in this part of the story. Let me just glance at the walkthrough here. Oh, there's... the bookcases are apparently hidden doorways. So it feels drafty. Am I supposed to light? That's what I'm supposed to light. That's fine, but they're, you know, maybe putting the big noticeable candle... I don't know if you meant to do that as misdirection, but it certainly confused me. I'm going to guess the other room is a similar deal. Oh, this feels like a full-ass maze down here. Also, that one dwarf said there were a lot of animals here, but it was really just the one dog. Secret passages within secret passages. Beorn does not trust anybody. Pure Elven Spring Water. Thunderclaps, good, because I use them all up. And regular meat. And Beorn gave me full permission to just take what I find. Eat all I take. See if there's anything else I'm supposed to do. Okay, now it's just waiting for the story. You know, I don't have my headphones on, so I can't speak to the music in this game right now, but... Oh, the day passed, and I didn't even sleep through it. The day passed with no sign of Beorn or Gandalf. Bilbo was too tired to worry about it and went to bed. Okay, I guess, So you are still here. Not eaten up by goblins or bears, I see. It is now safe to look around outside, but don't wander too far. When you are ready to go, I will open the gate. Let's see what's outside. We have an axe. I'll have to leave the company when we reach Mirkwood, so you keep threatening. Perhaps Gandalf was right about you. Chickens and a pig. Chickens and a pig. I'm having King's Quest 3 chicken coop flashbacks. Longing for your nice hobbit hole, Mr. Baggins? You have thinned out a bit, Mr. Baggins. There's a large bug eating my garden. Kindly get rid of it for me. I guess it's the least I can do. Oh, apparently I have to use the stick in this. Is this like a whack-a-mole game? It is very much like a whack-a-mole game. This should be the gopher at Mickey's Barn in Toontown. That's what I should be hitting here. Many thanks, little friend. Here is a knobbed walking stick. I'm going to assume that's... I'm going to assume that's better than... better than the regular walking stick, but not better than the sword. Although if I'm getting it at this point in the game, who knows? The chickens are scared of me, and they should be. Do you know how many chicken legs I found? What's behind the wine casket? Yet another dungeon. Did Beorn, like, build his house this way, or was it like this when he moved in? Gandalf will be off doing something that we will later decide is actually set up for the sequel, even though it was not intended that way. But canonically, it still is set up for Lord of the Rings. It just wasn't meant to be at the time. It's just like a hay bale or a hay teepee. Now you're over here. I will provide ponies to speed your way, but when you reach Mirkwood, you must send them back. All right, this is my journal. Save game. Well, I guess we're moving on to Mirkwood. I wonder if they're going to shoehorn in a Legolas cameo. It wouldn't be, like, out of place for Legolas to show up in Mirkwood, again, in cameo form. The thing he should have done in the movie. I must leave you now, but I'm sending Mr. Baggins with you. There is more about him than you get. This is like the 8th time you said that, Gandalf. Goodbye, and remember, don't leave the path. If you do, I don't suppose I or anyone else will ever see you again. Again, with this same, just like, cheerful smirk Gandalf always has in this game. Try not to get separated from the group. Follow me. You know, it's not always my decision if I get separated from the group. Sometimes it's just gameplay. Oh, now the squirrels are evil? We're doing this? We're killing squirrels? It is funny because the squirrel gets dead. All right, well, staying on the path. Now, there's some big fellas. You found pure elven spring water. Well, we're near an elven kingdom, so that was probably, like, actually there on purpose. What are these dragonfly bats? We're gonna get a stupid boss fight in Mirkwood, aren't we? That's, like, not the spiders. Good question, Gandalf. What are you doing? You're not wrong. I am studying the devices of the necromancer. His shadow has corrupted these waters. Bilbo, you have pure elven spring water. You could cleanse this pool. Well done. Now find the dwarves. Hurry, use the logs to cross this pond. I mean, okay, it is true that dealing with the necromancer is elsewhere in Mirkwood, but, like, further away than that. All right, are we playing the Hobbit Frogger now? No. How does this work? There. Oh god, this is going to be real obnoxious. Shh. It's entirely possible. I mean, Tolkien did wear his influences on his sleeve. I was saving that pure elven spring water. I don't know the difference between a log I can get on and a log I can't. I just have to hold it longer. And I got to walk the other way to roll the log, but then I can't walk the other way too far because that was honestly less complicated than it looked like it was going to be. But I'm guessing that's different than the enchanted river that Bomber is going to fall into. We're going to get some bullshit boss fight before we even get to the spiders. I just know it. Well... Oh, the path goes 2 ways. This way is just squirrels. I do like how the giant wasps and bats and other weird creatures sometimes just drop firecrackers. They should have made one of the weapons a pop gun, since pop guns canonically exist in The Hobbit. Sorry, that was a tentacle that could move on its own. I'm not okay with that. Okay, well now the path is breaking off into multiple paths. That seems to be the way to actually go, so I just want to see what's up here. Maybe they're all the way to actually go. I'm staying on the path. This definitely looks like path. Ah, good. Not only that, the King Solomon's Mines had enough of an influence on Indiana Jones that when Crystal Skull came out, the Asylum's response was to make an Alan Quatermain movie. And, of course, Alan Quatermain was played by Henry Jones Sr. in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Our food supply is getting low. Hunt some squirrels, burglar. I mean, those aren't squirrels, but I'm getting meat out of them. Sorry, these rings of fire that these green little dragons or whatever are unleashing. I think I stocked up enough food already for you guys, but Bilbo, please get some squirrels. I'm just trying to... Fine. You want squirrels? You're so hung up on fucking squirrels. I'll go to where I saw squirrels. Since this food's not good enough for you, I'll just eat it all myself. Bilbo, please get some squirrel. God damn. I'm trying to go to where squirrels were, but everywhere I go, okay, that path will lead. Okay, I think I have to go back to that other offshoot clearing. I think that's what I have to do. And again, all these other creatures I'm killing aren't good enough. Here we go. Here's Squirrel Town. You're really craving squirrel. All this bat and tentacle that is dropping perfectly good meat. None of those are good enough for you. It's squirrel specifically you want. It's like Paul F. Tompkins' bit about the potato famine. I don't like corn. I don't know how many squirrels the dwarves need, but since there's 13 of them, I'm going to assume at least 13 squirrels. This scrawny squirrel won't be enough for Bomber. I better get at least one more. Okay, so Bomber needs 2 squirrels. I should take these back to the dwarves. I'm just gonna kill every squirrel I see because you have open squirrel bloodlust in me. Go away, wolves. You know, when you stay on the path in Mirkwood, the creatures are supposed to leave you alone. And yet, you just, like, see their eyes in the distance. Is that enough for Bomber? Huh? Are these firecrackers enough for Bomber? This food that's not good enough for all y'all? Step on over and watch me put it down. Good work, burglar. Here is a reward for your hunting prowess. This meat tastes horrible. I'm going to look for other food. Is there no end to this accursed forest? Oh, hey, just dropped me in the middle of a bat here. I keep calling it a bat, but it's just some weird giant creature. Doop, 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 doop. The red wolves, I can, Yes, I see lights up ahead. What's the good of staying on the path if we starve to death? So I guess we're going to skip Bomber falling in the river and go straight to go straight to the Wood Elves clearing. Okay, well, unless they don't see the Wood Elves the first time before the river, do they? Or I guess just that poisoned river was this game's equivalent of the Enchanted River. We're just skipping Bomber falling in. That one is a good one. I don't think it was on my top's favorite list, but it is a lot of fun. The light is made by elves. Maybe they can lead us out of this accursed forest. Poof! The elves vanished. Bilbo and the dwarfs were lost in the dark. From the path, their cries rang out the night and faded into silence. Bilbo sat down under a tree to rest and fell asleep. Well, guess we're getting to the spiders. I've only played around a little bit to test for a potential future stream. I think it's fun that it exists. I'm hoping before the end of the month it will be among the games we play. Some of it depends on how. I also got some other things planned for streams this month that aren't gameplay, and you'll see those in the future. But for now, this game is, like I said, not good necessarily, but it's the least frustrating game we've played so far. Bilbo awoke wrapped in a spider web. A giant spider approached. Bilbo drew his sword and sliced his way free, because it's not like that could have been gameplay. I will give this sword a name. I shall call you Sting. Does it show up as Sting in the inventory now? It does. I like that touch. Maybe I should put the ring on. Just because at this point in the text, Bilbo has the ring on. Oh, I feel half dead. I will meet you at the clearing, even though you can't see me. Okay, having the ring on does not seem to make a difference. Do it. I have to cut down all 13 dwarves, don't I? Nasty spiders. I will meet you at the clearing. Where were these dwarves getting this meat that I'm getting for freeing them? Whee. Saved by a hobbit. Thank you, Mr. Baggins. Saved by the Hobbit, the new class. I will meet you at the clearing. I'm alive, thanks to you. Bilbo is really trusting his own ability to find the clearing once he finds all the dwarves. Also, I think my prediction came true that so far we have not seen all 13 dwarves in a single screen at any point. Oh, I feel so sick. I like how even just the webbing has hit points to break through it. Am I looping around? Have I been here? Mr. Baggins, thank you. I will meet you at the clearing. I just might be talking about the NPR dramatization this coming week. It's possible. Again, the ring does not seem to actually have any actual function. Mr. Baggins, you saved the day again. Bilbo Baggins, saving the day again. Okay, I'm guessing this is the clearing. And I can't get... once I kill all, or once I free all the dwarves, then they'll show up there. That's my guess. It's been a long time, but I have heard it, which, as I recall, does actually have Mark Hamill in it. And it's interesting because it's like clearly going off the original movie script with all the deleted scenes that includes. Because like it's been a long time, but isn't there like a scene like on Alderaan with Leia? And I remember there's also a scene where like the the scene where Leia is comforting Luke after Obi-Wan gets killed. There's like a moment where like Leia mentions Vader and Luke's like, that was Vader? And it's like this realization moment that the man who killed my mentor is also the man who killed my father, which is a beat that I feel like would have turned the movie into a revenge story. So it was wise to cut it from the actual movie, but it is an interesting beat to recontextualize parts of the story. It's been a long time since I've heard it, though. I should look it up and re-listen to it sometime. These guys. Thank you, but I feel faint. Maybe you should be eating this meat I'm finding then. Yeah, it's... Everyone always talks about how Star Wars was saved in the edit, but it's really true. I'm saved, thank you. Saved in the edit. Like, a lot of the scenes that got cut from Star Wars are interesting, but the movie definitely works better without them. That's not... Oh, is this the part where Bilbo climbs the tree and sees the butterflies? I guess it's nice that they got that in. Also, I have arrows. Do I have a bow? Darts. They're darts. Okay, well, I have a projectile, and I'll equip them in case I need to use them. But so far, Sting seems to mostly be getting the job done. So there was just nothing in that alcove down there? Okay. I can't keep track of where I've explored looking for dwarves. I should be drawing a map of this, and yet I'm not. Those vile creatures nearly had me. That is interesting. I'm sure a lot of it was like timing reasons. Bilbo's just promising to meet everyone at the clearing. What if he meets nobody at the clearing? Okay, I'm getting a lot of meat, so I should eat some of it. Old fat spider sitting in a tree. Old fat spider can see me. Just a curt thank you.
Old fat spider sitting in the tree. K-I-S.
No silly little guys yet, but they're spider guys.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in the story.
Yeah, but because J.R.R. Tolkien had some kind of boner with spiders everywhere, and that's why we have spiders in fantasy. And I absolutely hate it.
Well, I mean, he grew up in South Africa and was traumatized by a spider.
Fair.
And then decided to make it everyone else's problem. Stupendous. I've been saved by a hobbit. Are you being sarcastic? I can't tell. I like how the spider is actively nudging me during our little cutscene here. What's the deal with Mirkwood? New D-list. The pettiest reasons to be mad at Reagan. That spider pushed me into the next scene. Into the next screen. And undid me saving the dwarf. Okay, I gotta kill the spider before I free the dwarf. That's the only way to do it. Some of these rooms are just spiders and not else. I know I've been here. I think I've been up here. But I don't know. That's another tree to climb. Assuming that's the only function of those little rooms, I like that they have that beat from the book accessible, I guess. Okay. I have one dwarf left to find. Where are you, last dwarf? Why can't I find you? Okay, on these screens where it's just spider, no dwarfs, like the dwarf counter disappears. So these screens are just dead ends for dead ends' sake. I remember some of those early in elementary school, my school library had I think Han Solo at Star's End was one of the early was the name of the early Han Extended Universe book. And I know it was early because because the subtitle was the little, it wasn't like from Star Wars, it was from the Adventures of Luke Skywalker. Okay. Time to eat. My goal in today's stream is to get out of Mirkwood. Or at least to get captured by elves and not spiders. Okay, dwarf counter disappears. Dwarf counter disappearing means not important to the quest. Sir, not important to the quest. I've already looked there. Again, I feel like I'm going around in circles, but I do not have a full the darts don't seem all that different from the rocks, frankly. Oh, that would have been great. Oh. Oh, giant spider. Well, this is obnoxious. Full-on Shelob up in here. I know these were, like, some say these Mirkwood spiders are like daughters of Shelob or whatever, but is it spitting watermelons at us? Can I hit them back to it? I don't know. But I think I just beat it. Maybe not. It's letting out. Did I only have to save 12 dwarves? Oh, because Thorin's already captured in the story, right. Well, okay. Oh no, where is Thorin? As Bilbo reached the clearing, the dwarves were surrounded by wood elves. And again, I don't choose to put on the ring. Bilbo popped on his ring and slipped quietly off to one side. Too faint and hungry to resist, the dwarves allowed themselves to be led away. Bilbo followed them, invisible. He moved so quietly that even elves could not hear him. I'll write this in my journal. Not the time, Bilbo. Doo-doo. Let's see. Okay. Up, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yo. I like how the Wood Elves' castle is basically just a hobbit hole. The dwarves were taken before the Elven King. They refused to tell him why they were in Mirkwood. The Elven King locked them in cells until they were willing to talk. Once again, little burglar Baggins had to save the day. And the dwarves. Okay, well... Explore in Mirkwood Castle. Should I put on the ring? Put this little creature in one of the empty cells. You found a key. Well, that was stupid easy. Well, I guess it's time to put the ring on. I feel like the Wood Elves are smarter than to just have the key under a rock in the cell. Oh, this timed invisibility factor is going to be... That's going to be a thing, isn't it? I'm going to have to, like, move quickly through scenes before I become visible again. Is this where I'm getting to the barrels? The elves are not very observant if I'm, like, momentarily becoming visible again and then invisible again. And also, as soon as I become invisible again, they're like, oh, must just imagine that guy. Wandering around in circles. Rats. We're back to rats. The chest is empty. I'm glad we're here then. Shield rune. Shield rune and meat. Only on the Disney afternoon. This once again feels like going in circles, but what do I know? Elf doesn't notice the little invisible guy opening the chest. Oh, that puppy is blocking me from getting wherever this is, huh? So I'm guessing I gotta find some inventory item to distract the dog. I am going to look at a walkthrough. Excuse me. Glance at a walkthrough. I need to find a music box. Here. I'm going to get captured again, so I start over from the beginning. They really shouldn't leave the keys around. The music box of Greenwood plays a song so sweet that animals forget their prey. I would like to hear that. The music box of Greenwood. It's not a Silmaril, it's something more powerful. Okay. All right. To the northeast. And I already got what there is to get over here. So the head elf can see me, but it doesn't know how to walk around walls. That's fun. That's super fun. Walk invisibly. Door on the left. Walk invisibly to the north area. Continue to the northwest. Okay. Left. Up the stairs, door to the north. Well, this is getting boring, and I've got other things to do tonight. So we'll probably resume this on Patreon tomorrow and try to get at least to the Lonely Mountain. And this might be the first game we actually finish. We'll see, though, because it's starting to get annoying. Not as annoying as other games, but we'll see. But I need to get dinner before I do some other things. So thank you all for joining us. We will pick this up at some point tomorrow on Patreon. And until then, this is Dave signing off.